Welcome to Love by Design, the podcast for high-achieving women who are ready to stop performing for love and start building it from truth, from alignment. I want you to start by closing your eyes for a second. Just stay with me. I want you to picture this. It's evening, the air is warm, that kind of warm where you don't really need a jacket, but you grab one anyway because it feels good to carry something. You're walking towards something, not away from it. Your heart is doing that thing, that fast, light thing, and you know it. You feel it in your chest, your fingertips, soles of your feet. And there's a voice in the back of your head that says, slow down. You don't know how this ends. What if it doesn't work out? What if you look foolish? And for just a second, you almost listen. You almost stop. You almost shrink back into the safe version of yourself. But something else is louder. Something that says, go. Not recklessly, not blindly, but with everything that you are. Go. And you do. You walk toward it, open your eyes, and let that sink in. That feeling, that pull, that courage, that refusal to wait, well, that's a gate. Welcome back to Love by Design. My name is Joan, and we're continuing on the series on the Transcendent Love Gate. So I have a question for you. When was the last time you moved towards something in love before you knew it was safe? Not cautiously, not with a backup plan, just moving towards it with your whole chest. That's our gate for today, and that is gate 46, loving the body. So in the past 2 weeks, we've been in the gates that live in your heart and your head. The ones that feel, the ones that hold, the ones that see. This week, we drop into the body. Gate 46 is the gate where love starts being. Gate 46 is the gate where love stops being something you think about and becomes something you feel in your bones, and then you act on it. It's called loving the body, and I mean that literally. This is where love lives in physical form. So it's not in your thoughts, it's not in concepts, it's in your body, because your body knows things before your mind can ever articulate them. So you might walk into a room and instantly your chest tightens. Well, that's information. Or you meet someone and your gut says yes before you've exchanged 10 words. That's information too. Your body is constantly giving you data, and gate 46 is the gate that says, trust it, act on it. That's the gift, the embodied adventurer. When this gate is operating in alignment, you don't just feel things, you move on what you feel. You trust your body's wisdom and you pair it with your design. You adventure into love from a place of embodiment and not just emotion. You magnetize what you're brave enough to move towards, not because you're reckless, but because you're in your body and you're honoring what it's telling you. But of course, there's always a shadow, and this shadow is quite seductive. The shadow is the serendipity addict. This is the woman or man who chases the feeling, who mistakes chemistry for alignment, who says, whoa, the universe is giving me signs, when really, she's just following impulses without checking in with her strategy or her authority. See the thing about the serendipity addict? They move fast. You leap quickly, you follow the spark. You think if it feels this good, it must be right. When the truth is, sometimes it is. But more often, you're usually bypassing your design and calling it intuition. So here's the distinction that really matters for this gate. Serendipity says, follow the feeling, it's written in the stars. Embodiment says, trust the body and your design. The difference isn't whether you move, it's about how you move. Because gate 46 was never meant to sit still. It was meant to be calibrated. Your body isn't lying to you. But without the right strategy and authority, your body becomes a GPS with no map. You'll get somewhere, sure, but it might not be where you actually want to go to. It might not actually be with the aligned partner that you're looking for. And so this is just an introduction into what this gate is and how powerful it is. And then in my book, which is coming out in August, you can learn how to move more from the embodied adventurer and no longer the serendipity addict, constantly waiting for the universe to give you a sign. You will know when to move and the right to make. So here's what I want you to sit with. Valentine's Day has just passed. So whether it was beautiful or it was painful or both, I want you to ask yourself, where in life are you still waiting for permission to want what you want in love? Not from him, them, her, not from society, not from the version of yourself that learned to be careful, but from your design. Does your design say move? Because if it does and you're still standing still, that's not wisdom. That's fear wearing wisdom's clothes. So here's what I want you to understand about gate 46. And I love this gate. I don't have it, but I love it because I've seen people who have it. Loving the body isn't just about trusting your gut. It's about knowing when to trust it and how to pair it with, again, strategy and authority. So you're not just moving from impulse. You're not constantly chasing some sign, synchronicity, something magical. You're actually settling into your body and moving from that. And to be able to have that transformation, it does take deep work. And so, if you have this gate activated in your chart, how can you start working with it? How can you be able to discern where you're still in your head, in your mind, in your thought, and when are you settling into your body and actually listening to it? And maybe think about some past relationships. Which were the ones that you thought, oh my God, this has to be the one because it seems so mystical, so magical, only for it to crumble and end. And you had yourself questioning, did I miss the sign? The signs will come, but not all signs are for you. So I want you to reflect this week on some of those past experiences. And if you don't have your Love Gates report, go ahead and download it, newlovelanguages.com/chart, and start learning and observing and working with your body so that you can harness the power of this gate, because it's very, very powerful. It's all about the body. The body is your signal. The body is where you get your information from, and it's a beautiful thing. Okay, so this is the third transcendent gate that we've been through. We have one more to go before we move into the mundane. The last one is gate 10, which is a bit of a complex one because it sits both in the transcendent and the mundane gates. And we'll be talking about that in the next episode. So download your report, send me a message, let me know what ahas you're getting and how that has panned out in your past, and what are some of the steps that you're going to take to start moving towards the higher version or frequency of this gate, so that you're no longer hiding, crushing, reading the wrong signs, and just waiting and waiting and waiting for the signs, the serendipity to say, oh, that's when I need to. How are you going to start trusting the body and know which moves are actually right for you? Thank you for joining me this week. We will continue on this series next week. This is Love by Design. And again, go ahead and download your chart and let's transform love this year. Let's become the embodied adventurers that we can attract the right partners that are aligned for us. Until next time, keep living and loving by design, and I will see you soon. Bye. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. And if it stirred something in you, trust that alignment isn't a concept, it is a calling. And if you're feeling the nudge to take this work deeper, then I want you to go ahead and book your Aligned Love Assessment, where we map your patterns, reveal what's keeping you stuck, and explore your journey to aligned love. You can book your session at joannwosu.com. Until next time, remember, you're not here to earn love, you're here to embody it. So keep dating by design, not by default. See you next week.